Hi everybody, welcome to the Thrive Show. Good morning. We are in Aliso Creek Park and we're in the most exciting place of the village. If you've not met this tree, it's the sycamore tree. And this tree is 400 years old. Truly, it's older than the United States. It's so exciting. And I can't believe it. We've got a great show today and it's called Oh to Be 103. And that's about me. I want to be 103 because I was married at 53 and I want to be with my 50th wedding anniversary with the love of my life, my husband. And so I'm going to do it, and whatever this tree's got, I want more of it because it's the only way I'm going to get to be 103. But today's show is how we thrive in the village. It's very exciting because there's so much to do. The key to all of this is body, mind, and soul. Health, fitness, and activity. And my husband and I have been here 18 months and we have grown so much as a couple and grown so much as individuals. We can't believe it. It's been so exciting. So we want to begin to share with you some of the things that we're doing, but would love to know what you're doing because there's a lot here for couples. And again, my marriage is absolutely stronger than ever and it's heaven on earth because I'm here. And whatever this tree's got, I want some of it. I can't wait. As you probably saw, the title of the show is Oh to Be 103. And my secret about that is that I plan to live to be 103. The special part is that I got married when I was 53 and I intend to spend my 50th wedding anniversary with my husband. So in order to do that, the key person to help me get to that point is my doctor. I have been her patient for 20 years and she has made all the difference in my life. And her practice is a little unique, and so what I wanted to do is spend a few minutes talking to her so you can understand what her clinic is. What's important when you select your physician is that you are absolutely partners in what your goals are and you understand your health. And it becomes important to you because if you have a long-term goal and you really want to get there, your doctor's going to be with you all the way. And in the village, if you're not healthy, then you can't do fitness, you can't do the clubs, you can't do the trips. And so it's important for you to understand your health and have someone you trust. And like I said, I trust Dr. Lee with my life, and I've been with her 20 years. And I hope you will have a doctor like that, but I wanted you to meet Dr. Lee quickly before we embark on the rest of our journeys for today's show. This is Dr. Ching Lee, and we're in her office this morning, and we wanted to go through some of the practices that she has, because she's very unique, because her medicine is integrative medicine. Briefly, Dr. Lee, can you explain to our viewers what integrative medicine is and how you treat your patients?
Yes, I have been doing this for over 30-some years, and I really believe in combining the best from Western medicine and alternative medicine, Eastern medicine will bring the best result. We emphasize on prevention, and integrated medicine allow us to treat disease not only, but also give patients a lot of chance to participate in their health, participate on daily to work on to improve their health and mobility and activity. So in result, they become much healthier, much more vibrant, and their life, quality of life is greater. And we really work with patients as a team. Patient and I work very closely. We work in very detail into their diet, their exercise, the form of the exercise, their condition, how they step into healthier status.
Absolutely. So Dr. Lee, when a patient first comes to you, if I remember right, we had to write down everything we ate for a week. And that's how you begin your care with the patients, because it becomes nutritionally, so you can help understand how we are as your patient first. Yes. And then you go from there.
Right, yes. Typically, as soon as I get to understand the medical condition, get the medical condition managed, sometimes patients already have their primary care, so that's managed. But I will look into everything else that what the patient can do. So we always like to look at what they put in every day, because what we eat is what we are. So we really like to make sure they are putting the right thing in, to help them reduce inflammation, for example, for pain, arthritis, is so important that they don't put the wrong thing in. And they become become a master of their own health in that sense.
Particularly with my diet, and then particularly with when I see you, I've gotten to the point over the 20 years that I've almost become able to self-diagnose my symptoms. And even without going to see you, which you will always see me, of course, I appreciate the fact that I can begin and educate and manage my care, which is really what the teamwork is about. And the other important thing that I love about you is that Dr. Lee takes as long as she needs in the exam room with all of her patients. The clock isn't running, okay? And so sometimes we have to wait in the lobby, but we don't care because we know the patient that's in that room is getting the best of care. And so it becomes really important to us. And again, as I become a team, we've got to get there. I've got to be 103, and I intend to get to my 50th wedding anniversary. And this is my number one partner to make that happen. I can't do it without you.
Well, I'm so honored to be your partner for that mission, and you will be able to
do it.
Yeah, do it
and
do it in a great color, because it's true. I really believe patient holds tremendous power. So the first visit, I told them we're a team player. You hold 50%, I hold 50% for your health.
Right.
So I really want them to realize how powerful it is. And the patients learn over years. They really know what triggered their pain come back, or what triggered their insomnia, whatever the quality life changed, they know has to do with what they did. They ate wrong, or they didn't do some things. So they realize they could be staying in good health by their own effort in a great way. So that's what I'm trying to send that message to patient. Every patient comes through my door, I call them graduate. Once they get that grilled into their daily routine and become part of their life and enjoying that process, then I say, now you graduated from my program.
That's right. Dr. Lee, what is the one thing our viewers could do to really start to improve their health? They're in their manners, they're trying to get better, they want to, but they haven't, and so they're just kind of stuck. So if there was just one thing that they could do that would really suddenly make a difference and then motivate them and get them to be a believer in the benefits of healthcare as the launching pad to quality life in the village, what would you recommend?
Okay, I would like to have more than one, but if I have to stay with just one, I would say the patient has the most power by not putting the wrong food in the system. Food that cause inflammation, what are those? In generally speaking, the big categories are the sugars that we all realize now, and the a lot of the high starch and wheat based. To many people, even they don't have a disease of sensitivity, but they still tend to cause inflammation. So the baked goods, the breads and all those things. But also, other than that would be high fat, those generally speaking not good for health. Lots of cheese or dairy, that those would be also. So drink a lot of water, putting the right food in the system, good protein, good vegetable, and some fruit, but not too much because it carries too much sugar. If patients can do that, just begin to do that, they start to feel less fatigue, less sleepy after eating, and they start to feel, today the energy is good. That the next step will be immediately move. If you have a little bit energy, then start moving it. Then it become a positive spin. With the moving, then you will feel motivated, then you're more coming back to like to eat the healthy food that give you a good feeling. So if they can start just do that, I think they start to see the power of how they can really participate and feel good.
One of the best benefits and the greatest benefits I've had with Dr. Lee is she's helped me manage pain. And I had to learn early on, again, I've been a patient for 20 years, but I learned early on that something wasn't right. And my prior doctors, their answer was, okay, let's up the dosage of what I'm giving you, and we'll give you 3 more at that. And that didn't work, and it wasn't working. And so Dr. Lee, tell me how you approach it when patients come in for the first time and they're in pain, but there's a better solution for them. Share with us what you do.
I'm so glad you bring that point up because indeed we do work with patients with chronic pain on a daily basis and larger portion of that. And that is actually very important because chronic pain can actually bring on many other health conditions, and that actually really determine the quality of life. If one is in chronic pain, they're most likely to be depressed and they're less active, and the whole quality of life spin downward. So what I usually do is, first of all, when they come, we will look at from Western medicine point of view, where the pain come from, what kind of condition, what kind of medication, and I will assess that, and I will make sure they are in a safe range of everything and they're doing everything possible. Then meanwhile, I will look into outside of the Western medicine, what can be very helpful. So we often, after the assessment, make a plan, make a very detailed plan, which may include some acupuncture, which is a great way to reduce pain, but not only, it actually helped increase the morphine that our body produce. So with the acupuncture, not only the pain relief, one can also feel more relaxed and they sleep better. They feel happier. Sometimes patients walk out, they say, I just feel very happy today. I don't know why, but that's the endorphin. That's the morphine the body produces. And so along with that, the patient is willing to go into the right direction where they will be started willing to move, which is important for most of chronic pain that cause mobility. Because not mobile only make the circulation worsen, and subsequently they continue on this vicious cycle. So with that, then also we will recommend patients try to look into what are the medication can slowly be weaning off very carefully. The ones that give the most side effect that we could use the natural way to reduce, then we'll start, say for example, pain pill, narcotic. By slowly improving the pain by the natural way, acupuncture, patients heat or hot bath or exercise, whatever those things, then they can first come on down from narcotics or the family of Motrin that help reduce pain but give so much side effect. For example, we will first look at what is the drug that cause most harmful effect. Like for pain, often narcotics is one of the one that I would like to have patients to slowly reduce it in a safe range, because that is very addictive and give a lot of side effect. It also make patients feel depressed because the central nervous system suppressing effect. So as soon as our pain is managed better, we'll slowly taping the medication down. The other category will be very important to avoid is the Motrin family. Advil, Aleve, Motrin, they all in that category, even including some of the prescription type, but they all have very severe side effect both to the digestive system as well as kidney and blood pressure and so forth. So again, we look into how we can tape those down and replace by some of the natural way like heating pad, moving, gentle moving, and water exercise, jacuzzi, and of course acupuncture has always have great power for that pain relief. So by doing so, patients' quality of life improved. A lot of side effect of the drug that giving to the patient will be reduced. So they actually can reduce taking other drugs to counteract for the side effect of the medication. For example, like constipation. With narcotics, they always cause constipation, which is a big enemy for a lot of senior patients. So we want them to, be able to come off as soon as possible. Or sleep, the acupuncture or their exercise, their heat treatment, all that can help. So we would recommend, and sometimes safely, some supplements. And so that's our goal, is to help them reduce the polypharmacy, because the multiple medication itself actually produce so much health quality and a problem, and also create symptoms. Then they require other medication to cover. So a polypharmacy is a very big problem in this senior group. So we pay a great attention in, as soon as we can, safely winding down all those unnecessary medication, I call it, because those medications are mainly for symptom relief. And so I believe that is very important for longevity, for the overall quality of life.
It's Tuesday night. It's Clubhouse 3, and we're here for the Wine Lovers Club. And believe me, this is a fun group. Many of you may not know, but it's one of the newest clubs in the village. In approximately 4 months, they went from no members to over 100 members. And every month, we have a packed group. Our format's kind of fun. Either you bring wine for your table, or you bring appetizers. And so everybody's in there sharing and drinking, and it's really a fun evening, not to mention getting to know everybody. In addition, we have guest speakers. So this week and today's meeting, we're doing a guest speaker on pairing wine with the right food and vice versa. Last month we did chocolate and red wine. So we all brought red wine, and then we had great chocolates to eat during the meeting. So it's been a great time, and the fun that we have each month is great, and it's getting bigger. In addition, this group, believe it or not, in their short-term time, they've actually got a cruise going. So I can't begin to tell you how exciting it is to have this much enthusiasm in the club. So come on in, we're going to go enjoy some of the evening with the wine club. We want to apologize for all the noise, but noise means fun, and this is a lively group. And they haven't been drinking too long, but they're going to keep going and having a good time tonight. So we're sorry for the background noise, but that's just an indication of what a great group this is and how we don't stop for the entire meeting. It's a fun night. And with this whole table are brand new members that have joined tonight. So please come and join us. We're always the last Tuesday of the month, and we're at Clubhouse 3. I'm with Judy, who is the president of the Wine Lovers Club, and she has done a terrific job. She jumped in at the last minute because we had a change in leadership, and we are so thrilled. You've done so much so quickly for us. Tell us what your goals are for the club.
Well, we're real excited because this is only our third meeting. Our first meeting, I think we had about 45, and last month we had about 60, and I think tonight we have about 80. We had to add another table. We're planning a lot of fun events. We have on October 14th, the Royal Princess, a 5-day cruise to Cabo San Lucas with a lot of wine tastings and speakers. And we also are going to Temecula in June. And we're also going to the Cowboy Winery in Silverado in July.
We love everything Judy's doing for us because the only thing better than wine is Judy and how she's having us help fun in the village. There's no reason you shouldn't come, because if you love wine, we absolutely need to join our club. And I don't know of any other club that has grown that fast, from 0 to 80 in 3 months. So that gives you an idea about the enthusiasm and the passion that Judy has for us, and the members love her for it.
Well, thank you. You know, what we're finding out is people really want to just sit and visit, drink wine, nosh, and, get to know each other.
And what better way than over a glass of wine, right?
Right. Yeah. And all colors of wine and all origins.
Oh, you're not prejudiced?
We're not prejudiced. Last month it was red because we were doing chocolate.
Yeah.
But tonight, all colors, all origins. We're not picky. We're just drinking.
Nice.
Drink your wine and see how your wine pairs with the food. So I made up these trays of different kinds of foods. I went on the internet and tried to educate myself. It's not easy. Mainly, I've done a lot of wine tastings. I've been to a lot of wineries, and I find it very scientific and very complicated. And I'm a blonde, and I don't do that. So what I always tell myself, if I learn one thing out of this wine tasting, I'm doing good. So if you learn one thing, that your wine tastes great with dark chocolate, you just keep that little nugget to yourself, and you've learned something tonight.
As you've just heard, we all have little sample trays of the food for the pairing. And so what we're going to walk through, and my husband Carmen's here, so we have the chicken and we have the olives, we have the artichoke, we have the beef.
We have salt.
We have salt, everything that you heard the speaker talk about. There's our chocolate. So they prepared a tray for every guest that's at the meeting tonight. So it's really incredible how thoughtful they are, that everybody is all-inclusive in the activity, and they just want us to have fun and keep drinking more wine and enjoying the experience of what we're having. So this is a beautiful presentation. This is beyond what I exceeded we'd be doing.
So the objective that this pairing teaching
Don't forget to help yourself to some white
to try
wine
different
to go with your food
types
pairing.
of flavors
We have
with the
red
different wines.
and white wine.
So it's designed because most people won't do this. They won't take the time to match the different wines or pair it with the different flavors. So that's what we're doing here. And this is a unique experience because they don't do this everywhere else.
They don't do it in wineries.
Yeah,
They don't do it in wineries at all.
If you go to
Not at all.
winery tasting, it's pretty much, crackers and maybe cheese.
Maybe
if you're
cheese.
lucky.
Right.
All right, so you guys going to start doing this now? I want to watch.
Let's eat. Let's pair.
Oh, well, that's.
Are you guys fired up about this?
We're fired up.
Yeah, we're fired up.
So we've got our red going.
The red.
So I'm going to start.
What kind of red?
This is a Chianti red that Sam brought. It's absolutely delicious. It's from Greve.
This is Chianti Classico
It's a wonderful city that we visited in
from
Italy.
Castel Greve.
She's going to
And
tell us.
Greve is the wine merchant center of the universe. All of the Italian wines that are sold throughout the world come through Greve. And Greve is the hometown of Amerigo Vespucci and also Verenzano. So
Is this guy Wikipedia or what?
well,
He loves to research, so when we go anywhere, we're ready.
We stumbled on this
This
little
one we
village.
stumbled
Anyhow,
on.
it's a coincidence that Sam brings a bottle. Thank you, Sam.
Great, it's great.
So have some red
Salute.
wine with. Salute.
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 And then what food are you going to pair? Like try it with all of the wines or different
No,
ones?
we're going to do the beef.
We'll start with the beef.
beef.
It really does change from food to food. It really does change the flavor of it.
In what way?
It makes it a little bit more mellower, a little bit more tart. Depends on what you're eating. That changes the flavor of the wine. Because this is a smooth wine already. Then when you pair it with something like the olive was a little bit perked up. Then the beef was a little bit milder.
the white wine that was
And then we're going to do a little cheese.
That's the cheese.
So you get a sharp cheese, a real sharp dry cheese. This is probably
It's really sharp.
Parmesan. Or,
And we're still with red.
Yeah, it is.
Yummy. Woo.
this enhances the flavor of the wine.
It does
Because
completely.
the
Just goes.
cheese will get more salt,
Whoa.
texture to it, so the wine will cut through it.
It's great. What's next?
If I were you, I would do the artichoke.
Artichoke. We'll do the artichoke now.
That has.
Save us nuts, or they always supposed to have white wine.
There's nuts here.
What are they?
These are walnuts.
I know, but what are they salt?
No, they're just nuts. Cheese is salty. The cheese is salty. The olives are salty.
So you have a favorite of all the ones you've tasted? Which one went best with your wine?
The Greve, the Chianti from Italy.
But what food went best with it?
That went best with the meat.
Yeah, tell us what food went best.
The meat, the beef, actually, and the artichoke, and the cheese, perfect with red wine. Absolutely perfect.
We need,
great.
we need to get a little plastic.
But the really great
I'll get
one
some cups.
will be the chocolate with this. We have some the chocolate that's here. We have chocolate, and that will be the crowning end. And now we're going to get some white wine to go with some of the chicken and the olives and some of the other food that needs different pairing.
How often do you have wine?
Every night. Every night. We have one glass.
It's very helpful, they say.
It's very helpful, especially the red wines. So
So you're going to try some white wine.
I'm going to try the white wine now
You're going to do this with your chicken and your salmon.
and my salmon.
Is there anything your husband doesn't know? He knows a lot of stuff.
He knows a lot. And he's a great researcher. So if he doesn't know, he'll find out.
Well, I grew up with this, so
I know. And he's Italian, from Pittsburgh. So this is it's in his DNA. No, I know. Oh, there's chicken. Holy cow.
Makes me want to start drinking heavily.
Heavily.
How do you like that?
See, perfect. Red wouldn't have worked with the chicken, but it's absolutely perfect.
Now here's something that most people won't do. They won't drink red wine with salmon.
Yeah, it sounds horrible.
You know,
Try it.
you drink the wine you like.
That's right.
You know, whatever all the propers are and everything else, wines paired with food does matter. But if you don't like the wine,
Nothing's going to help it.
it's not going to help it. So if you like a red wine with fish, then drink it. Be happy. Enjoy it. That's what it's all about.
So if someone is not a wine aficionado, it sure seems to me that if you come to a few meetings, you're going to learn a lot, right? Just the way you're describing different things. People will really...
You know, you learn every time you come to the, different meetings and tastings and what have you. But your palate is your personal palate. And you may not like a red wine because it's got a lot of tannins in it. And it's a lot drier. And where you get a white wine, it's real, nice and pleasant and what have you. And if that suits your palate, then drink it. That's all it's all about.
That's why they put a lot of the blended ones together, where you have several different ones.
No matter what they say, your Chianti is everything. You have to have 51% of the varietal grape in the wine to call it the Chianti or a Zinfandel. And then they blend it. Because America comes out the same every bottle.
Now that is blended, which I like, which has Cabernet, Merlot, and all right.
Because your European wines, every bottle's going to taste different.
Oh, all right.
Because you're going to have a little bit more sugar in one batch of grapes than the other batch.
I call myself Michael Harrington.
In California especially, it gets all blended, so it's constant all the time.
Is that cool or what?
Is that your bottle of wine?
It's ours.
Yes.
So
So anyhow,
different criminals that talk to you?
yeah.
Yep.
How much is that bottle of wine?
$9.
It was good.
$8.
$8.
$8?
Yep.
Between 8 and 12.
So now do the Chardonnay.
Drink a proper wine.
So now the Chardonnay has a
talks
story
too?
too. Yes, they both talk. It talks again.
How'd you find out about the talking wine?
My kids gave it to me.
Like this one.
Will it work with an Android too?
To have a different wine.
The other thing too, you might not have enough grapes of this variety to go with that.
It might,
Welcome to Chateau St. Jean. I'm Margo Van Staveren, and I've learned that great wine comes from great pairings. Our wines begin here in the vineyard, and there is no place more special than California for growing grapes in ideal soils with plenty of sunshine. In the winery, I met my husband Don, and we paired our strengths, talents, and love for winemaking through long harvest days.
We can't believe all we've seen tonight and the treasure that this new club is for all of the villagers. It's hard to imagine the creativity and the passion that our members of our Wine Lovers Club have, because this took a lot of work. This was not easy.
It's amazing.
And we RSVP'd, they did the cooking, they put the assembly, and they brought it in for us. And there's many clubs like this that really have this kind of passion, and particularly a new club. Like we said, this is only 3 months old. And so the fun of the village is to explore all the different clubs. And if there isn't a club that is your passion, then start it, because that's the great part of the village. We can do this. So don't let any passion go to sleep, because of what we're doing and the charm and the magic of what we're doing here in the village is unlike any other village in the country. So be well and happy, happy wine. We toast to it.